What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Savory Swolemates.
Do I look bigger, actually?
You look,
I
feel like you can't have a sweater on for Savory Swolemates. You can't have your pump cover on for Savory Swolemates. I have my stringer on, and it's like 20 degrees outside, so you know. Hey, we're back with another review of Crumbl. Let's go ahead and show our semi-complete box that we have here.
We did get another one. But this is what it ended up being.
That's what it ended up being.
It was, we bought it like in, what, an hour ago, and then we went to pick it up and they were out of it.
That is frustrating.
It was the brookie pie, just to let you know.
The brookie pie was one I was looking forward to. So we always order our cookies the morning of, and then when we got there, he's like, hey, we don't have that one. I'm like, he's like, can I get you another one? I'm like, no, that's not what we do. But, so we can't review that one for you. We're sorry, but.
I actually, that was the one that I was least looking. I was
really?
He told me that there was one missing. And because it had the vanilla bean and I'm not a huge fan of their pies.
I don't know.
I wasn't all that sad. I'm sure it was fine, but.
Well, that's the one we don't have. So let's dive into the ones we do have, because that's what really matters. We have 6 amazing looking desserts here, and we want to dive into each one of them. Let's start with this cake. This is the Eggnog Tres Leches Cake. A light fluffy vanilla cake soaked in eggnog and tres leches sauce, topped with a whipped cream and sprinkled with a layer of cinnamon. I don't know.
It's got some girth to it.
Let me ask you this.
I don't like eggnog.
I know you don't. I was going to ask that question. I like eggnog, but you don't.
I used to be, it was more about texture. It's like the thickness of it. Is like I feel like as a kid, I thought it was like curdled milk, so.
Curdled delicious milk, if you ask me, but I get it. Not everybody likes it. Excited to try that one. Should be interesting. Now, this next one is one of our favorites of all times. This is the Reese's peanut butter cup featuring Reese's. So a classic peanut butter cookie topped with a pool of melted peanut butter chips and sprinkled with Reese's peanut butter cups.
I love pools of
peanut butter. Like, get out of here. I'd swim in a pool of peanut butter.
I think we should make a pool.
I think we should. And that one looks like it's got a pretty decent amount of peanut butter on it. So super excited about that. I don't know.
I'm not going to say that's a pool.
No, I don't think it's a pool. It's more like a splash.
Yeah.
A pond. A small puddle. A puddle of peanut butter. All right, next up, the cookies and cream. A marbled dark chocolate and vanilla cookie packed with white drops and topped with a white drizzle and crumbly cookie and cream pieces.
The last time we had this,
that one can be dangerous.
It was my number one, and it's on my top 10 of all times because I love cookies and cream Hershey bars, and that's what it tastes like.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
We'll see if they got it right again.
All right, this next one, raspberry butter cake cookie. A mouth-watering butter cake cookie infused with raspberry flavor, then smothered with a buttery glaze, a silky raspberry topping, and a dollop of creamy white buttercream. That looks delicious. If I had to guess, that's gonna be my number one. That one has all the fixins to be number one. Then we've got Cinnamon Crunch, a warm cinnamon cookie topped with a vanilla cream cheese glaze, crunchy cinnamon cereal streusel, and a dusting of cinnamon sugar. They love their cinnamon and sugar cookies at Crumbl. They do. It's like every week the question is that going to be stale? Is it cupcake? Yeah. Is it, you know? I don't know. It's, you know, you can't go wrong with cinnamon and sugar. Okay, as small as this one, like it's smaller than the other ones. It's so gorgeous. However, it is dense. It does look dense. This is the Cowboy Cookie, a warm oatmeal cookie packed with tasty semi-sweet chocolate drops, sweetened shredded coconut, and crunchy toasted pecans. Usually a favorite. Crap load of every one of those things. So. A crap load of every one of those things, indeed. So let's dive into it. We got the Crumbl. I'm gonna grab my drink. Let's toast it up and let's dive into this week's cookies. I'm gonna go with this one because it doesn't have any frosting. Okay, let's get it going. I want to get some coconut and I want to get some, what is that, walnut? Pecans, I believe. This one's got a lot of texture to it, a lot of flavor usually. Man, it's like your semi-sweet chocolate chunk on steroids here. I'll tell you what, that's a good cookie. I feel like there's another cookie kind of like that, the kitchen sink that has like pretzels in it. It has the chips or pretzels or something. That's a good cookie. Wow. It has a little bit of a cinnamon. There's like a cinnamon. This one? You taste that cinnamon. I picked that up. Yeah, there's a little bit of a cinnamon taste to it. It's an oatmeal cookie. So you have so much texture going on in there. So rich. And it's crunchy. It's actually really good. You've got the oatmeal cookie. You've got shredded coconut. You've got the the pecans, and we have a lot of pecans on ours. I mean, it's just like a dense, wholesome, just delicious masterpiece of a cookie. Okay.
Sorry.
What will we dive into next?
Okay, I'm gonna go with this one, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because the cereal, unless they literally put it on from a brand new open box, it's probably gonna be stale.
I wonder if they use actual Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It doesn't say that on here. Or did they get like the generic bag? You know what I mean?
Wasn't stale.
Wasn't stale, she says. That's a good start. I'm gonna move a piece right over here. Here we go.
That one took me a minute, realized that it tasted better, and then in my initial bite I thought was really gonna be dry.
No, it's good.
But it's really good.
Yeah.
They cooked it much better on the inside. I feel like, I do think if there was just a little more frosting ratio, I mean, that's always the case.
We could use a little more frosting. Yeah. But that's a good cookie. It's very moist. Yeah, almost like slightly, dare I say, undercooked.
Yeah, but at first, when I initially, because look at the ratio, it's just such a big bite of, it's a honking cookie.
It is. It's like a thick cookie. Yeah. And it's just, it's moist in the middle though.
Yeah, but it is, yeah. Okay.
Next up.
Let's go with the Tres
Leches. And this is Eggnog.
Leches. We get all the comments about how we say it, and you know what?
You know what?
Tres.
You guys know what we're talking about, okay? That's all.
Yeah.
This is soaked, is the right word. You can tell there's some eggnog action going on there.
It's really good.
Yeah, this is very, like, you can see a little puddle.
The bottom of ours is like
eggnog, very, very moist.
The bottom of ours is very, very wet, but it's really good. It's really good. It's not too eggnoggy. You know how you can drink some of those eggnogs where you're like,
that's really good. That's really good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very moist. Ours is like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a pool of eggnog action, which I think is probably how you want it. And that's
I don't think they could have made that any better.
No, I like that. They nailed that.
The eggnog isn't overbearing. Because I feel like sometimes there's eggnog that's like too...
It's just the proper bearing.
Yes.
Not overbearing, proper bearing. Okay. Let's dive into...
This could be my number one, but you know what? I don't see a lot of chocolate chips on the bottom, and when there's like a bunch of white chocolate chips in your bite, it's freaking...
It's kind of cool how they swirl this cookie together, you know? The vanilla chocolate swirled cookie, so you know you're getting something every bite. It's good. It's good.
It took me a minute to get that one.
They need a little more drizzle on the top. A little more white chocolate drizzle.
There's two things that made this better when we the first time that we ever had it, that I was like floored with it.
Let's hear it.
The second time was pretty good. This one is probably the worst out of the batches, although I still think it's really good. The first time it was thinner and like chewier and crunchier. That's true. And it had a bite that you would take into the cookie, had 6 white chocolate chips into it, which made it like so good. Anyway, so that was why I think I liked it better the other time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good cookie. I'm not like, you know, crazy about it this week. I do think the more white chocolate drizzle they have on the top, the better for that one, which ours does not have a ton of that.
I was crazy about it the first time, and I remember it did have a lot more white chocolate on the top of it too. So.
Okay, next up, I was hoping you weren't going to go with my favorite just yet. I think it's my favorite.
Okay, I'm going to go with this raspberry butter cake cookie.
That's got like, that's a lot. You think about that? Butter cake, raspberry.
This is going to be bomb. I already know.
You can tell that jam is just jamming. It's just jamming out. Okay, here we go. Oh, holy moly, a flavor.
The jam is the star of that cookie, easily.
So good. So good, that jam.
And the rest of it just kind of like accompanies it nicely.
Oh, you got seeds in there, this little dollop of buttercream or whatever is on top. The cookie base, that is that's a good cookie. That's gonna be hard to beat.
I feel like it's like you remember like the thumbprint cookie with like the raspberry in it? It kind of tastes like that, but like way better.
We get a jam from Trader Joe's, a raspberry jam that we're like crazy about. This kind of tastes like that raspberry jam, and I am here for it.
I think it's better. This is better.
I'm here for it.
All right, last but definitely not least is this guy, because...
the puddle of peanut butter.
Puddle of peanut butter. All right, I want to get some of the pool of peanut butter.
This one has been deemed my number one before. I could probably go with 2 or 3 more Reese's crumbled on top, but
I almost feel like I have some in
does it have Reese's in it? Inside the cookie? All right, here we go. I really want to get the right bite here.
Oh, there wasn't anything.
Yep.
It's so good though.
I'm normally not a big fan of just a peanut butter cookie, but this peanut butter cookie base with the peanut butter.
If you like a Reese's, like that's a home run. If you like Reese's, that's a really, really good cookie.
That's a good cookie. Now, here's the thing. When you pick those cookies up, like don't be afraid. I probably should have asked for a little bit more peanut butter on that. They'll do it for you.
Yeah,
a little more toppings, yeah. Okay. Rating time.
All right.
Number 6.
Number 6 is gonna be the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Or whatever it's called.
Cinnamon Crunch.
Cinnamon Crunch.
I'll keep that up. That's gonna be my number 6 as well. And I actually liked it more than I thought I would. But it's still just, I don't know, the cinnamon cookies, I'm just kind of over. I'm kind of over it. All right? I'm kind of over it. Number 5.
Number 5 for me is gonna be this guy.
Okay, the Cowboy.
And for a cookie that has no frosting to make it not the last place is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Number 5 for me is gonna go with the cookies and cream. I feel like if it had a little more drizzle on it, it probably could have worked its way up, but it fell a little short without the white chocolate isness to it.
Yeah.
So that's my number 5. Number 4, top 4. What is your 4th place?
This was actually really hard. The cookies and cream and the Tres Leches are really, really close. I'm gonna actually say number 4 is gonna be this guy, which is really sad for me. That first time that I had it, I actually had you go get me another one like later.
Yeah, she said it was like her number 1.
So much. So it's kind of sad to me.
Number 4 for me goes to the Cowboy Cookie. Really like it. Again, it's hard for a cookie without some kind of frosting on it to make its way into my top 3. That's going to be my number 4 today.
Okay, my number 3 is going to be this Tres Leches cake. And you know what? I don't even like eggnog. So, I mean...
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
That is also my number 3, the Tres Leches cake. It is really good, really good. I just, again, you know this if you watched before, I go to Crumbl for cookies.
Yes. Number 2 for me, and I actually thought this was gonna be number 1. The raspberry is like I said, the star of it. I feel like maybe a different cookie base could have like amped it up a little bit, but that's just my opinion.
That's my number 2 as well. A very, very good cookie. Easily could have worked its way into number 1, depending, like if you're not a chocolate peanut butter person, that's probably gonna be there, but
yeah.
You know, our number 1 is the Reese's peanut butter cup featuring Reese's.
And if they, I think they should next time they got to put a Reese's in there, and then this would be a home run
inside the
like
cookie.
You couldn't. I mean, nobody could try to like beat that. If you had a Reese's stuck inside there,
I'm at 3 or 4 Reese's. Maybe make the whole cookie base a Reese's. Maybe just make it a Reese's.
Just give us a Reese's.
Just give us a Reese's with some Reese's on top.
I'm just kidding. No,
that's our review for this week. 6 cookies. Did not get to review the Brookie Pie. We're sorry.
You guys will have to let us know how that was.
Yeah. But we did get a free cookie card. So, you know, maybe we'll go back later this week and get our cookie, our pie. Sure. Probably not, but maybe. That's our review. Let us know which one you guys like the most. Go try it out and let us know. Please, somebody let us know how the Brookie Pie was. And that's what we got for now. We appreciate you guys tuning in, checking it out. Yeah, and let us know what you guys want to see other than Crumbl reviews, because we are looking to do other videos. We like to go to restaurants. We like to do fitness. We can do food, family, fitness. There's so many, like... We can really do it all. I mean, we have 6 kids, so we have always stuff going on. And I don't know if you can tell, but he works out a little bit, so... Sometimes. So we can also do something fitness related. So we want to know what you guys want to see other than Crumbl videos. Let us know down below, and we will see you guys next week. Bye. See you guys.